Today we're going to be talking about one of the simplest, most powerful ways to positively impact the way you feel on a daily basis. You want to get rid of pain, you want to get rid of the aches and pains, you want to feel better, you want to move better. Work on your posture. This is a seriously low-hanging fruit, okay? You spend a little bit of mindfulness, you spend a little bit of time on this every day, and you will feel dramatically different. So here's what we're trying to accomplish when we're working on our posture. Basically, our skeleton is our load-bearing structure, right? So the better able we are to stack our bones, the better able those bones are to hold our load, to hold our weight. The more out of alignment we are, the more our muscles and other tissues have to compensate, have to take over that job, okay? They're not really built to do that, and so they get mad. If we think about pain, all pain really is a signal that something is wrong, right? And so if we're out of alignment and our muscles are doing more work than they're supposed to, they get mad and they tell us something's wrong. If we fix that problem, the pain can go away. So a huge part of what I do in here, like this is a major underlying principle. The closer I can get people to better posture, the better they feel. So here's the sequence that we use as kind of our baseline, all right? We call this neutral spot. I get my feet nice and straight. I shift back onto my heels. I unlock my knees and I level out my hips. All right, so this hip part, this is very, very important. So if I think about my hips as a coffee cup, I'm not spilling any coffee, right? If I think about it like I'm wearing a belt, I want my belt level to the ground. So I gotta kind of turn my butt on, get my hips leveled out. From here, I want my rib cage level with my hips, okay? So a good way to approximate this, I'm gonna make a box with my hands. One hand palm up under my belly button, the other palm down under my sternum. Pull my belly button in, I close the box. Point my chest, I open the box. So I do a little bit of both. Double check, make sure my hips are level, pull that belly button in, point my chest a little bit, and I can feel that I'm pretty dang squared up, right? Then I'm gonna roll my shoulders back, open them up a bit, pull my elbows in, rotate my arms out, relax them down to my sides, make sure my thumbs are pointed forward. Then I'm gonna take my head, pull my chin straight back so my ears are even with my shoulders. Okay, so that little sequence, that little lineup gets your skeleton as aligned as it can right now. Okay, so the degree of discomfort you feel in this position is kind of how much your muscles have had to do the job instead of your skeleton. All right, so this is a test to see kind of where you're at. It shows you where the problem spots are, but this is also a big part of the solution. The more you practice this position, the better it feels, the more your body will move and adapt to it. This is where it wants to be, right? So if you can practice 10, 20 times a day for 30 seconds, right? You have a little trigger on your phone that just goes off and you just kind of get into this position and you go about your business and you lose it or whatever. But then the next time that trigger comes up, you get right back into it. I tell you what, after a week, you feel very different. And not just when you're doing this position, all the time. This is not a subtle change, all right? You can feel significantly different in 1 week just by focusing on lining up your bones. So take this, mess with it, play with it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to talk with you about this anytime. It is, like I said, one of the most powerful concepts that we teach here, and it's so simple. So take this, benefit from it, and have a great day.